Okay, episode 21. Don't fear the Reaper. That's right, don't fear the Reaper. Finally, we get some continuation of the Arm storyline. That's the conclusion of the Arm storyline. So, Tommy is going through the park. He sees this old guy being attacked by the Grim Reaper. Yes, the Grim Reaper, played by the great Lawrence Bain, who was great in this episode, by the way. So, Tommy saves the old man, but for some reason, Death doesn't go after the old man again. He decides, I'm gonna take this wolf man's soul, which is confusing. Yes, it goes with the episode. It's like, okay, he's gonna do it. It works to set more episode, but when you just go after the person he's supposed to kill, it's confusing. But Merton is going to put on the school play of Romeo and Juliet in space on planet Memnon. And so Stacy is going to go for Juliet. So he tells her that Merton already guaranteed him the role of Romeo, which he did not. And after only Tim and Travis are the only ones that auditioned for Romeo, he gives it to Tommy. But then Tommy arrives and says, hey, there's this guy from last night. He found me. Oh, there's some guy. He wears all black. I wear all black. Yeah, but last night he had on a hood and the long, curvy knife thing. Cloaking a sickle? It's the Grim Reaper, dude. Also, Stacy and the Arm have had a argument, and his only appearance in this episode, he shows up with flowers, which of course is just so great for Tommy. But hold on a minute. I have a wizard. So where was I? This is the wizard in the sky. We're talking about Big Ol' Fun Campus. Oh, okay. Okay, so what happened was, in the middle of doing the review, I got a message saying that Big LT was downstairs with my birthday present, which was this wizard in the sky. So I lost my train of thought of where I was. The Arm. So the Arm. Better. Why don't we put the wizard in the sky down here? So, actually, wizard in the sky should be up here, right? So, Merton is doing the Shakespeare thing. Tommy is on the run from Death. Boom. Death shows up in the school, like I said, wearing a top hat and a cane instead of a sickle, because he's got to look, normal. So, he's talking to Tommy. He figures out it's Tommy very weirdly, because, Tommy shows up, talks to Merton. Merton's like, Tommy, you're my Romeo. And he's talking, he's like, the guy's here. And he tells him, it's Death. I just gotta not wolf out. And then he bumps his foot. Oh, Merton's like, don't put hair on your chest. And yeah, he wolfs out. Suddenly, after wolfing out, Death can magically tell that he's the wolf. And then shows up at his house while Dean is watching Laverne and Shirley. Yes. So Tommy comes home and sees this and then immediately runs off to tell Merton. Apparently, Tim and Travis are playing Mercurio and Tybalt. Familiar with the tale, Mercurio dies. So, by accidental stabbing. When this version, Merton brings out chainsaws. It's going to have gore. Yeah. Which would be kind of cool, actually. And Tommy and Stacy are Romeo and Juliet, and they have weird lines like, "For Juliet is the son of Memnon." They gotta say this stuff like because it's space stuff. They do change the ending, by the way, but so they concoct a plan. Wizard of the Sky, you know how to concoct. Yes, I do. Anyway, they concoct a plan to take care of Death because Merton has the idea from Ingmar Bergman's The Seventh Seal to play chess with Death, but Death wins. And then they play other games, including Clue, where it's Colonel Mustard in the study with a candlestick. It was Professor Plum. I said Plum. No, you said Mustard. Best 2 out of 3. Best 3 out of 5. Best of 7. Damn right. But yeah, it reminds me of Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. When that doesn't work, Tommy gets time to say his goodbyes, and he invites Stacy to his house, which is the first time she's ever been there, and he tells her. Merton shows up and says, "I have a plan," and before he runs off, she's like, "Well, what do you want to tell me?" "I love you." And that flutters something in her eyes. There's something going on in her feels. And so they confront Death, and he says, "Take you," but no, it's not going to happen. And he and Merton start fighting over it, and he ends up getting skewered. Tommy does, skewered by the fence, which Death just believes and takes off. Really, he's not dead. It's kind of a cop-out ending. How are you going to get out of it? You're going to talk him out of it. You're going to win. No, they tricked Death. They tricked the Grim Reaper. How does that work? But, they trick him. For now, he does come back. Anyway, so, night of the play, right? Play's happening. Romeo and Juliet on planet Memnon. And then, so before the play, though, Stacy tells him that her and Eric, the arm, are not together anymore. And she's like, "Oh, he dumped you?" She's like, "No, I dumped him because I'm in love with someone else." He's like, "Oh," and she's like, "Paul something." He's like, "No, Tommy, it's you." Oh, and they kiss. And he doesn't wolf out, although his hand does. He's like, which at this point, the rules of him wolfing out, by being aroused, changed quite often. Because there's that one episode they kind of, before Eric the Arm shows up, they're very close and nothing. And they kiss, and just his arm. Season 2, when Laurie kisses him, he completely wolfs out, so I don't know. But, yeah. So they're together now, and they changed the ending of Romeo and Juliet so that they blast off planet Memnon into space instead of dying poison thing. And Merton's play is a hit because of the gore and stuff that's added. My nose itches. Yeah, this was a good episode. Better than the last two. And next is the season finale. The end of season 1. As of right now, I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to go any further today. Tomorrow, sure. But I was supposed to already be on season 2 today. I want to get a couple of season 2, but I got The Flash later tonight. Star Trek Critics on. Wizard in the Sky is here. So I don't know. But yeah, just the next one, season finale. Let's go.